Alright, so very soon on Global, the 8th anniversary LRs are going to arrive. And to celebrate, we're going to go ahead and do some relooks at the 8th anniversary LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku. Then in another video, we'll do the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, the GT Duo and Z Duo respectively as we call them. Now, the most important thing about this unit is the new mechanic that they bring. Well, quote-unquote new for Global. It's not really new anymore, but the standby mechanic. They were the first units on JP to introduce this standby mechanic. And this mechanic is really strong since it's coupled with a revive that can activate with every single unit on rotation. It's very, very good here. But for now, we're going to focus on the normal aspect of this unit here. We have a Rainbow Friend right here, and then we have Mine that is 55% in the dupe system. So there's going to be some good, situations we could show them. This unit actually doesn't have the anniversary equip except for this one, but mine do have the anniversary equips again. So the thing about this Goku and Vegeta is that they do actually get different buffs depending if they're in their first or second slot. For here, we're going to run them in the second slot. In the first slot, they get 1 key per key sphere and 100% defense, which would help them because they could build up to 50% damage reduction, but they just have to launch 5 super attacks for that. However, in slot 2, they're much more consistent with key, as they're able to get 2 key per key sphere obtained, and they get an 100% attack boost. Now, that 100% attack boost is pretty significant, especially with them like stacking attack over the fight. It's very, very good. So right here, they're starting off with 300k defense. We have Bulma support active, right? And again, with each super attack they do, they're 18 key. They get a 50% defense raise for the turn. The 12 key, they get a 30% defense raise for the turn. So obviously, this unit can't really be in slot 1 before we start building up with them. They do get permanently key 1 and then 10% reduction up to 50% with each super they do. So they have to do 5 super attacks to build up their full damage reduction. So until you're able to get that off, you definitely don't want to have them in slot 1. Once it's fully built up, there is an option to run them in slot 1 for sure. I mean, a 9.5 mil attack stat looking pretty good so far. When they hit 24 key, they get a guaranteed additional super attack. And when they hit 18 key, they get an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super. Now, the 18 key one launches first, so if you see them double super here, then the third one is going to be guaranteed to be a super attack. And as you see, each time they're stacking up their attack, which does directly feed into the revive counter that they have later on in the fight. So right here, they did 3 super attacks, so they have 30% of their damage reduction built up. And since they build a permanent 1 key with each super they do, they now have an extra 3 key at the start of turn, which is really, really helpful, as it'll make them more consistent to hit that 24 key mark. Now, this could be a little bit of an issue here. Again, mine is only 55%, but we should be fine here for the most part. I do actually bring this unit here. This unit should be fine here. He's not on global, obviously, but I think it's okay, right? There's going to be a lot of really good link partners for this unit. I mean, their link set is very, very expansive. Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Experienced Fighters, GT, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. There's just tons and tons of really good link partners with them. I just brought this unit so we could also see the Oob support. I think that'll be pretty fun to see. Oob's 70% support for 2 turns is really good for this unit with their damage reduction that are built in. So yeah, this unit, I mean, even with like just 55%, like it's not like they're looking that like much of a difference beyond what we saw last year with the Rainbow. Like sure, the Rainbow one, of course, is going to do a lot more damage in the long terms of things, especially since there's more crits and stuff like that built into them. But they're still able to triple super very quickly. And then because of the anniversary equips, mine have a pretty good shot at getting the 4th attack off as well. Now, we did not see that here, but they had pretty much built up a good amount of their stats here. Now, if they get supered, it could be an issue, but look at that. They're able to double-digit tank this SYN Shenron. Now, again, I know a lot of you in Global may not be aware about how hard this SYN Shenron hits, and he basically hits, like, for his normal attacks, it's not actually that bad. His super attack definitely does hit hard, though. Let me actually bring up this thing on the side so I can tell you guys the actual, percentage that he hits at in terms of his attack stat. Yeah, like, well, his attack stat for his normals is 420k. And since this is a super STR unit, he's hitting for well over 500k probably on his attack on normals. And obviously the GT Duo are able to tank that very easily. Now, I will not use the standby skill here. The standby skill conditions, there's two actually. If you're under 50% HP, you can use the standby skill. Or after the character receives 4 more attacks from the 4th turn from start of battle. I don't believe we met both of those conditions as of yet. But right now we're under the 50% HP threshold to meet one of those conditions. So the one on the next turn isn't really going to be able to hit that condition for some time still, but that should be fine. So you want to really, I feel like, mostly run this unit in slot 2 still, because again, especially when they're under 50% HP, because they do kind of lose some stats, 50% attack and defense, which is definitely, it matters, but it's not like that big of a deal if you lose out on it. I mean, yeah, look at these guys hitting a 11 mil attack stat still, and we're under the 50% HP threshold. Again, that's like all the attack stacking coming in, and it really does like matter, especially for the Spirit Bomb, but it makes them do some considerable damage over a period of time. So this is going to be a pretty good test, because we're going to have no support actually for my Dragon Ball GT Duo, and then we're also going to, I think, yeah, we'll put them in slot 1 here. They should still be able to get the, well, the issue about putting them in slot 1, should I just pop Oob out here? I think, yeah, you know what, I think I will just get Oob out here. We'll skip the Oob one because it's not, like, something that we necessarily have to play here. So that should be fine. Oh, wow. That's pretty good, actually. Okay. Well, we should be, we could potentially get the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku out really fast here. But yeah, if we take a look here, 300k with the 50% reduction. We're above 50% HP, I believe. I need to make sure I get 6 orbs with you too, huh? Yeah, I'm a little worried about not getting 6 orbs, huh? I guess I will grab this, and that should bring down the physical orbs, right? Yeah, look at me, I'm so good with my orbs. So they have everything here except for Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, and then the Experienced Fighters link, huh? Okay. So we'll see how hard they hit. Again, the thing about this SYN Shenron is that he has his AoEs. I think these AoEs might do some damage to them still. Yeah, 10k, but not really too bad. So even like with minimal build up, only 3 super attacks at free dupe, they're more than able to tank these SYN Shenron normals. And then now once they're going to super attack, they'll have their full damage reduction build up, which will be quite strong. And I mean, I don't think I really have to say, once they super attack, they'll be very, very fine against SYN Shenron's super attack as well, which is going to be a good thing, right? So, again, these guys, even at free dupe, they're doing some pretty solid damage. There's a 70% chance that comes in there, but we already had most of our reduction build up, so now we have our full 50% damage reduction build up with this unit, and they should be perfectly fine against any attack. There's the 4th attack from the Hidden Potential system, which again does also help build up with their passive and gives them some extra stacks, right? Gonna be very, very good for them. Alright, so next turn we have Bulma again, which is gonna be good. I think I think what I'll do is I will pop the Spirit Bomb next turn. I don't think it'll actually kill SYN Shenron, but the Spirit Bomb, it'll be good to see what Vegeta is doing first off. And then I need to let y'all know, again, you can't use the Spirit Bomb twice with this unit because it's a revive. You could obviously only revive once during battle. You cannot revive multiple times, or else that actually... Imagine if you could revive multiple times. That would be very, very insane, huh? If you're able to do that. Oh, we can't actually stand by. You know, that's fine if we're not able to stand by. It might be better to see next turn, so... this unit is also not full link level 10, by the way. We're not going to be able to get Bulma support active here, but their defense is going to stoop to like, what, 370-ish K? And then if we put them on slot 1, they technically would be better, but we obviously have to run Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1, right? So let's see what kind of attack set numbers we should be hitting here. I mean, this unit is going to do a lot of damage here, because we're going to get Bulma support active now. Because last time we saw this unit again, keep in mind, we did not have Bulma support active. So now they're going to be looking a lot more powerful here than what we saw in the previous turn. Because they did not have Bulma support, we just had Kai Goku on rotation, if we remember correctly. Actually, no, I think we did have Bulma support. My bad. I think we did, because Bulma got here now. So we should have had Bulma support, but they're still going to hit harder here than what we saw last turn. whenever Vegeta and Trunks wants to finish. By the way, again, Vegeta and Trunks, really, really good slot 1 unit, but, I mean, you could see, with them 330k defense, even with the 50% reduction, any attacks that they take before they super attack will still do a good amount of damage to them, especially super attacks from like type neutral or especially like type disadvantage bosses. They will take a lot of damage, but once they super attack, they're able to basically live anything in the game. Even like, again, like if we're going against like Broly, right? It's just before they attack, it could be an issue because they get a lot of defense once they super. I mean, so they're at what, 370k here? Even with just their 15 key, 15, what am I talking about? With their 18 key super attack and the 50% defense raise, they're getting, what is that, like almost 200k extra defense. And then they get another super attack and another super attack and another super attack. And then it just raises higher and higher and higher. Then, oh, they're suddenly at like 800k defense with 50% reduction. And it's really, really good. Again, we should be able to get the standby here. Yeah, there's the thing right here. So this will be a good thing to showcase. We'll get this guy out because we kind of have to use him at this point. So we'll go ahead and play this, and then we'll talk about exactly what Vegeta does. Alright, so this is the Super Saiyan Vegeta part of the card. It kind of is like an exchange. And essentially what happens with the Super Saiyan Vegeta is you're intended to die with him. I mean, he only has 200k defense here. By the way, again, I want to show the equips here. We do have 4 additional, so that 4 additional does actually help a lot because the unit pre-exchanges or pre-standby is actually doing like multiple additionals, right? But the biggest strength about this unit, besides the revive that we could activate, which you see right here again, it's a revive standby. Once we KO, it does activate the finish skill. And what happens is this unit also does support, can I get rid of this? Yeah, there it is. He supports the entire rotation by 8 ki and 80% attack, which is a huge amounts of stats. One extra thing is that this unit does have 150% defense if you're above 50% HP. So if you do use the standby while you're under the 50% HP threshold, you actually are like at like 80 defense or something like that, and you just basically are guaranteed to get one shot. For this situation, I think I kind of want to have him in the middle here. I'm just a little scared about, yeah, full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku might like actually kill here. So I'm gonna not do that, but he should have, again, most of his links active, except for Saiyan Warrior Race and then Experienced Fighters. So if you're able to super attack first with this Vegeta, that actually does really help with the Spirit Bomb, because not only, again, do they have the stacked attack from before they actually transform, this Vegeta greatly raises attack for the turn, which is a 50% super attack modifier raise. And then they also raise superclass allies attack by 40% for the turn as well, which is, again, a 40% super attack modifier raise, which goes directly into the finish skill. Now, the finish skill is activated when this character or a character that's on the rotation gets KO'd, which is gonna happen right here, right? And even then, like, look at this unit. He's doing 11 mil attack stat, like, just by himself, before even considering the Spirit Bomb. Are we gonna get, we should get the Spirit Bomb here, right? I mean, I presume we are getting the Spirit Bomb. Oh, dude. Okay, if we can see the support activated there, the Kai Goku, his survive KO mechanic kicked in. Okay, no, we should still get the Spirit Bomb here. Really, really good. And what happens is, well, we'll let this play, then I'll kind of explain a little more.
貴様の負けだ。まだまだ死ねねえな。おめえをやっつけるまではな。宇宙のみんな、オラに元気を分けてくれ。サンキュー、宇宙のみんな。行くぜ。
an extra note, this unit has a really good KO screen, but yeah, I just want to say they get 39% attack when the finish skill is activated, right? And as you see, it's a mega strong, KO attack that's done against the enemy. Apparently on global, it's called super intense power, which is different from what the GP wording is, which is like, I think it's like super ultimate or something like that, whatever. It's super intense is the modifier for this, which is, I think, the highest modifier in the game. But this is very good because not only do you KO the enemy, but if you see right here when we exit, we do go back to full HP, which you see at the bottom of the screen right there. We're at full 677k HP. And if you look in the wheel, we're back to the normal Goku and Vegeta. So what happens is you revive, you skip to the next turn. And if you do go back to the turn that had the Goku and Vegeta, you'll see you're back to the original Goku and Vegeta. And they do like keep whatever build up they had with the damage reduction previously. So you're still good in that aspect. So like in the event where you have to use a Spirit Bomb early for some reason, which is not going to be too common, you'll still be good and set. And you don't have to like rebuild the character again once you return back to the normal Goku and Vegeta. Just to clarify that, but that's pretty much everything about the Spirit Bomb and GT duo. And again, very, very useful utility because not only do they do a ton of damage themselves, they're supporting the rotation. Again, 8 key and 80% attack is quite massive. And, one big help that this character does is they provide that support to the Dragon Ball Z duo, which, again, I'll cover in a video that'll probably be out after this one. But this support that they provide to the Dragon Ball Z duo is a huge effect. It's very massive for them. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about the Dragon Ball GT duo. If you're going to summon, I know a lot of people want to summon because of this Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here, which they work pretty well together. Let me know. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.